So, good morning, everybody. Mm. This is a little daily ritual that I do. I come out and sit on the deck and drink my kombucha. If you guys have watched any of my videos, I've mentioned kombucha multiple times. Maybe I'm a bit addicted. Maybe I'm just addicted to feeling good after drinking it. Who knows? But I get a lot of questions about it, and the popularity has soared about kombucha and drinking kombucha over the past few years. So I thought I'd talk to you guys, and while I'm sitting here enjoying my drink this morning, and here it is. Look at that, beautiful. And you can flavor it with whatever you want. I really like taking my Florida cranberry calyx and making a syrup, and that's what this is. Mm. Ah, super delicious. A little tangy, a little sweet. Got some of that great natural effervescence to it, the carbonization, and just, oh, it's good. Mmm. And the stuff is super easy to make, guys. Here's my little setup that I do. I got these jars right here, and it's got a little air notch on it. And I got these off Amazon, of course. It's got a little spigot. And there she is right there, the SCOBY, or the mother, whatever you want to call her. And SCOBY stands for symbiotic, uh, blah, 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 organism, yeast and bacteria, whatever it stands for. And there she is. Look at her. It's like having your own little pet. You feed her, you love on her, and you drink her juices. I don't know. Sorry. But she tastes so good. And this drink has literally been around for thousands of years. If you look it up, apparently it came out of northern China, around that area, going into Russia. Who knows, really? I don't know. I wasn't there. But I'm glad it's lasted so long because it has some great, amazing health benefits to it. I've always had kind of, acid reflux over the years. Everybody does, especially as you get older. You get stomach, intestine issues, digestive issues, natural inflammation just from everyday life. And kombucha is absolutely amazing for combating that stuff. I'm going to take another sip here, guys, and then I'll talk about how I make it. And if you got an upset stomach, kombucha is really good for soothing your stomach, getting rid of acid reflux or acid or heartburn. I mean, it's just great for inflammation, helps with your joints after a workout or sitting out in the sun all day. And it's calming, makes you feel you sip it, and just all those beneficial bacteria and microorganisms, yeast and fungi, all the good stuff, guys. And you really do feel it. And sometimes it's instant. When I first started getting kombucha, it was the commercial made stuff, and it's expensive, to kick that store bought habit fast. So I started making my own, and I still actually use the store bought jars when I was buying it. That's what I used to do the second fermentation, and I just put them in those. But really, guys, seriously, if you have any health issues or just want to feel good, check out kombucha. Tastes great. And start with the store-bought stuff. Try it, like it, and then get into making your own. So what I do is I get a pitcher, a gallon pitcher. I make up some tea concentrate. I use 8 tea bags. I like a mixture of half black tea, half green tea. It works really well. Sorry, I had to pause that for a second. A mixture of half green and half black teas. And I never let tea boil because I think it leaves a little bitterness to it. But you just steep that in your hot water. And then for a gallon of kombucha, your starter tea mix, I do a cup of sugar and a gallon of water with that 8 tea bags. and then I add that to my mother, and I let that ferment for 1 week. And then I take my little spigots. This happens to be a big bottle, my little hooch bottle here. And you dump it in there. And I like to, whatever size container I'm using, I like to use 3/4 kombucha tea after the mother's settled into it, and a quarter or a fourth, whatever flavoring you want, whether that's fruit puree or fruit juice or your mixture, whatever it happens to be. But it's super simple, guys. And if you want to start your own mother, you can go and get yourself some store-bought kombucha, drink half of it, and then leave the other half in the jar, whatever you bought it in, with the lid just cracked a little bit, and leave that in a dark place in your counter or in your cabinet for a couple weeks, and it will grow a mother for you. I really like, excuse me, I think it's called BCC as a brand, or Synergy, or this one was Big Easy Kombucha originally. And I actually have a mix of all three of those mothers, and they're really good because some of them are a little harsh, some are more tangy, some are a little more mellow, and I've found mixing them made a perfect mother, which there she is. Beautiful. Anyway, you let her grow, and then you get a jar, and you give her your starter tea mixture. Let that ferment for a week, then you dump it off, and like I said, you make your original first batch, guys. And then I let that go for 5 days in a tightly sealed container, your secondary fermentation, with your quarter fruit juice mixture, whatever you want, fruit puree, syrup, whatever, and your 3/4 kombucha tea, and let that ferment for 5 days, nice and tight. It'll get nice and carbonized and really, really good. Did that make sense to you guys? Hopefully it did. So, if you're starting off, get your mother. We'll reiterate, guys, in case you didn't understand anything I said. Get your mother. Feed her tea. A gallon of tea consists of 8 tea bags, brewed tea bags, and a cup of sugar. You let that, ferment with air. You give her lots of air to breathe. See, she got a little cap there. Let her breathe, let her grow. She likes eating the caffeine and the sugar and the tea minerals, and she'll grow really nice and pretty. And then you drain off this tea. You leave the mother, drain off the tea. And you use 3/4 of this to 1/4 whatever flavoring you want to do. I like using my syrups and either star fruit juice or mango puree, whatever I have. Experiment. You never know what you like. Some fruits do it really well. Blackberry puree. I use the syrup for my Florida cranberries. Mulberry puree, star fruit juice, orange juice, pineapple puree or juice. If you want juice or puree, it just depends. Obviously use puree. You can have chunks in it or something. But if you've got a juicer, use your juicer. And I find fruits work the best, but you can add ginger into that. Your gingers, your turmerics. You can add various spices, cinnamon, anise. You can make a nice pumpkin flavored latte, flavor. All sorts of stuff, guys. But definitely look into it. The health benefits, absolutely amazing. Definitely great for your digestive tract. All that good bacteria and all those probiotics. Super good for you. But not only that, it'll boost your mood. And interestingly enough, I found that it does seem to lower your blood sugar. And I know there's a lot of concern out there with kombucha having so much sugar in it, but you don't need to have a lot of sugar. You need the sugar to ferment it because she likes eating sugar. But in your secondary fermentation, you don't need to put that much sugar. You need a little bit if you want it carbonized. You want that carbon to form. The yeast and everything needs some sugar to form that carbonization. But you don't need a lot. And I've actually found even if you do make it a bit sweet on your second fermentation, your blood sugar doesn't really spike. I mean, it keeps your blood sugar pretty good. And I know this, firsthand experience. My wife's a type 1 diabetic, and she drinks kombucha, and I've noticed it doesn't really put her through the roof. Yeah, it'll raise a little bit, but if I were to give her a cup of kombucha versus that cup of grape juice, which grape kombucha tastes pretty good, that grape juice will put her through the roof. But that same cup of kombucha made with grape juice, even if it's a little sweet, does not really raise her blood sugar. Very interesting, So, hopefully you guys like this video. A little video about making your own kombucha. This is why you need to store some sugar. I know, sugar, everybody hates that processed evil sugar. Big sugar. That's how DeSantis won here in Florida. But anyway, sugar's not bad, guys, because kombucha likes eating sugar. And, processed white sugar obviously works the best because it's pure. But if, the world blows up, you can use, I have done it with molasses. She will eat molasses, but she won't be all pretty and white like that. She'll come out brown and all funky looking, but that's all right. She's still gorgeous and she still tastes good. So you can use molasses, or if you grow sugarcane, you can just use pure sugarcane, pasteurized sugarcane juice, which is obviously cane juice is sweet. But there you guys go. Kombucha. It's a long enough video. Definitely check it out if you don't drink it. And if you don't think you like it, you can tweak it every which way you want. There's different brands out there of kombucha. Some are really harsh. Some are nice and mellow. I prefer nice and mellow kombucha. I mean, some are really vinegary. Some are not. I do not like vinegary kombucha. If your kombucha tastes like vinegar, yeah, it's too old or somebody's screwing you over. This has no vinegar flavor. Nice fermented flavor, but good. You can still taste a little bit of green tea in it. Nice and bubbly, effervescent. You can't beat this, guys. So there you go, guys. Love you. Grow food, and sometimes that includes growing a Scooby. A mother like that, she is gorgeous. That's growing food, right? Does this count? I think it does. I have to go make up some more tea because I've been drinking her. Whoa. I'll feed you, sweetheart. See you guys later. Love you. Drink kombucha. You can't beat it.